6 months ago, the West Midlands Mayor and the Police and Crime Commissioner in a hostile exchange.
And then the electors of the West Midlands will decide who carries out the Police and Crime Commissioner responsibilities in one combined role.
It's a hostile takeover and it's in no one's interests other than the Mayor, whoever the friend is that he appoints to fulfil the role, and the government.
This is the election which almost never happened. The Home Office wanted to merge the powers of the PCC with those of the Mayor. However, legal complications meant High Court judges rejected the bid. And so on the 2nd of May, voters will go to the polls. But do voters understand the job description of the role? I asked people in Walsall.
I haven't got a clue.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Wouldn't know.
I don't believe he controls what the police do and about the stations and so on.
And how important do you think that role is?
I think it's very important, especially for this community, because it allows people to know that there's someone there who's looking at what's going on, trying to make a difference.
The PCC is responsible for setting budgets and holding the Chief Constable to account for standards, among other things. They don't directly manage operations. The union representing officers is sceptical.
We favour the old system, which we feel was more inclusive, where we had elected reps through the Police and Crime Board, and we feel there was less opportunity for politicisation, which we're very concerned about.
Labour's Simon Foster has been in post for 3 years and is seeking re-election. Last autumn, the force was placed in special measures.
We've succeeded in many respects against all the odds. We've recruited an additional 1,451 police officers. We've invested 570 police officers into community policing. We've transformed the 999 and 101 service. We've delivered faster emergency response times.
Financial challenges triggered a plan to close 30 police stations.
And from my perspective, the top priority will always be to retain as many police stations as we possibly can, but whilst prioritising and maintaining police officer and police staff numbers.
There are only 2 candidates standing. The Conservative is a former police officer.
My main concern is around violent crime rates. We've got the highest rate of knife crime in the country when you look at it per 100,000. I'd want to bring that down, so I'd want to fund a new violent crime unit.
How do his plans balance with the financial constraints?
I used to work in Andy Street's office and I've seen firsthand how effective engagement with government can bring more funding into the region. So I'd want to work with the government to maintain funding for more officers. So I'd be looking to do things like working with other agencies to reduce the demand on the police from incidents that are perhaps better suited to other agencies, and really maximising the use of the resources that we have.
Previous PCC elections used the supplementary system in which voters named their first and second choice candidate. That's changed. This year the public will be asked to name their first and only choice.